This episode was great. The only good episode of the Book of Boba Fett. Episode 2 and 4 were not that good. But they were decent, you know. Every other episode, complete ass garbage. More think about it, episode 2, not that good. But, yeah. They're just decent, you know. Episode 2 and 4, but episode 1, 3, terrible. Episode 5, great. And just as good as, like, the Mandalorian TV show. Din Djarin returns, and it's great. Great action, actually. This great introduction to the story, great opening, phenomenal opening, really good. It just feels bigger quality in terms of the filmmaking, the directing, the camera shots, just stuff like that. It just feels better. The costumes and stuff, they look a bit better, but at the same, they look very, in terms of quality, they don't look too much better compared to the first, like the other episodes of the Book of Boba Fett, which kind of sucks. But overall, still, it's acceptable. It looks good for the most part, you know. Overall, I actually enjoyed this episode. I hope we see, I mean, obviously we're seeing more of him, but I hope we see even more of the Mandalorian, or Mando, whatever, in Book of Boba Fett. The only reason why I watch the show is to make YouTube reviews. But now I actually want to watch the show because I have the Mandalorian here, and they wrote him good. They wrote the background lore, whatever, pretty well about the Darksaber. It was a great introduction episode for him to join into the Book of Boba Fett. I hope he gets another solo episode because he's a more interesting character than Boba Fett. On the other hand, I don't know if hopefully they at least like don't write him bad. Also, the action it still felt PG, like very PG-13, where lightsaber doesn't cut a person unless the person's like about to get cut out of the shot, you know, or almost out of the shot. But when Boba Fett, it was very, very PG. You know, it was PG, not even PG-13, the action. And yeah, which kind of sucks. And also, the action in this episode actually utilized all of Din Djarin's weapons besides the spear, you know, and some other stuff. But we used most of them in the right scenario and stuff. Unlike Book of Boba Fett, they didn't even use his jetpack. You know, kind of sucks. But what I mean by the Book of Boba Fett, I mean his episodes, you know. But overall, this was great. The action was great, entertaining. The starship at the end was great. The returning characters were great. Overall, good episode. It's not perfect because it has some like slow pacing in some areas, but overall, great. Entertained me for the most part, and that's about it. And bye.